Your roadmap to the latest in auto. Welcome to Highway Herald. The BRICS alliance, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is challenging the US dollar's dominance through de-dollarization, aiming to create alternative financial systems. US President Trump has threatened 100% tariffs if BRICS undermines the dollar's supremacy. Despite this, BRICS nations are forging ahead with strategies like local currency trade and digital payments. In this deep dive, we'll uncover the 7 key reasons behind BRICS's push for financial independence and its potential impact on global trade. Reason number 7, the drive for financial independence. The BRICS alliance, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has been focused on achieving financial sovereignty from the start, aiming to reduce reliance on Western-controlled institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. The US dollar's dominance in global trade has given Washington outsized influence over international economic policy. In response, BRICS nations are building alternative financial infrastructure to bypass Western-centric systems like SWIFT. Russia's exclusion from SWIFT after Western sanctions highlighted the urgency of this shift, pushing Moscow to establish alternative banking channels. Meanwhile, China has rolled out the digital yuan to reduce dependence on the dollar in global trade. These strategic moves reflect a shift from rhetoric to action. BRICS is no longer just discussing financial independence, it's executing a calculated strategy to reshape the global financial order and establish true economic autonomy. Reason number 6, resisting US sanctions and economic pressure. The US has long used economic sanctions to maintain geopolitical influence, leveraging the dollar's dominance to pressure nations that defy its strategic interests. Russia and China have felt the sharpest impact of these sanctions, but even Brazil and India have faced economic pressure when their policies clashed with Washington's objectives. This has strengthened BRICS's resolve to reduce reliance on the dollar and protect their economies from US influence. Russia's exclusion from Western financial systems after the Ukraine conflict accelerated its push for alternative trade networks. China, anticipating future sanctions, is expanding cross-border payment systems to strengthen financial resilience. India and Brazil, despite strong US trade ties, are diversifying partnerships to reduce exposure to American pressure. This strategic hedging reflects BRICS's broader effort to reclaim financial independence and reshape the balance of global trade. Reason number 5, strengthening local currencies in global trade. While the idea of a unified BRICS currency is still under discussion, member states are already strengthening the role of their local currencies in global trade. Brazil has pushed for expanding local payment systems as a practical step to reduce dollar dependency. India is actively signing bilateral and multilateral trade agreements that prioritize the rupee, gradually moving away from dollar-based transactions. South Africa and Russia are also forging trade partnerships that favor their national currencies, helping to shield their economies from the volatility of dollar-centric trade. This strategic shift enhances economic stability and reflects a broader goal of creating a trade ecosystem where BRICS nations have greater financial control. The increasing use of local currencies in cross-border trade signals a shift toward a more balanced global financial system, one where the dollar's dominance is no longer guaranteed. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 4, China's rise and the digital yuan play. China's role within BRICS is central to the financial shift underway. Its push to internationalize the digital yuan represents not just an economic shift, but a strategic geopolitical move. By launching a state-regulated digital currency, China is directly challenging the dollar's dominance in global trade. By integrating the digital yuan into international transactions, China is creating a financial network insulated from US sanctions and Western control. The goal is clear: establish a financial system where China holds the reins rather than relying on the dollar. The success of the digital yuan could inspire other BRICS nations to adopt similar strategies, forming a united front against dollar dominance. The rise of the digital yuan signals a new era in global finance, one where BRICS nations shape trade terms rather than adjusting to US policies. Reason number 3, can Trump's tariff threats actually work? Former US President Donald Trump has threatened 100% tariffs on BRICS imports if they advance de-dollarization or create a common currency. It sounds tough, but would it really work? For China and Russia, the threat is unlikely to change their financial strategies. Both have been working around US sanctions for years, building alternative trade networks. China's increasing use of the digital yuan and Russia's shift toward non-Western financial systems show they've already prepared for economic pressure. India and Brazil, though maintaining strong U.S. trade ties, are diversifying their partnerships. India is strengthening ties with the Middle East and Southeast Asia, while Brazil is deepening trade with China and Africa. This gives BRICS more flexibility under tariffs. Analysts suggest Trump's threats are more political than strategic. BRICS appears focused on long-term financial independence despite short-term risks. Reason number 2, the global demand for a new financial order. The global financial system is shifting as more nations seek alternatives to the US dollar. This trend has gained momentum over the years, with BRICS representing 40% of the global population and over a quarter of global GDP, leading the push for a diversified monetary system. BRICS aims for financial sovereignty and protection from US influence. The idea of a gold-backed common currency, discussed at the 2024 BRICS Summit, signals serious intent to challenge the dollar's dominance. Though early, the fact that it's being considered reflects a growing demand for alternatives. The Bank for International Settlements is supporting this shift through mBridge, a cross-border central bank digital currency (CBDC) platform involving China, Hong Kong, Thailand, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia. While the dollar remains dominant, the rise of CBDCs and alternative systems shows that a financial shift is underway. Reason number 1, the BRICS slow and steady strategy. BRICS nations know that reshaping the global financial system won't happen overnight. That's why they've adopted a careful, strategic approach to de-dollarization, strengthening financial resilience step by step rather than rushing into major changes. A key initiative is BRICS Pay, a decentralized payment system launched in 2018 by the BRICS Business Council. It enables member states to settle international transactions in local currencies, cutting dependence on the dollar and reducing costs. By providing a secure alternative to SWIFT, BRICS Pay is building the foundation for a self-sufficient financial network. Blockchain technology is also driving this shift. BRICS is developing a cross-border payment infrastructure for real-time settlements without relying on the dollar. Discussions about a BRICS grain exchange and other commodity platforms further strengthen this financial independence. This measured approach positions BRICS to create a balanced, multipolar financial order. Verdict: the future of global finance is up for grabs. The BRICS challenge to U.S. financial dominance isn't just talk. It's a strategic effort to reshape the global economic order. By building independent payment systems, boosting local currencies, and reducing reliance on the dollar, BRICS is laying the foundation for a major financial shift. However, this transition won't be quick or easy. The dollar's deep-rooted role in global trade means any shift toward a multipolar financial system will be gradual and complex. Yet, the rise of the digital yuan, BRICS Pay, and alternative trading platforms shows that change is already underway. So what's your take on this financial shakeup? Do you think BRICS can successfully challenge the dollar's dominance, or is the global system too entrenched for real change? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Highway Herald for more insights into the future of global finance. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.